Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode on the TazzCraft server. We are now at episode 2 of season 3, and as you can see, I have done some work off camera. I am now wearing diamond armor and not my iron armor. So I'm going to go around and show you the stuff that I've kind of been working on off camera, and then we'll talk about what my current plan is for my next project, because we've been tasked with doing something. So let's get to what we're talking about. We'll get right into it. Okay, so first thing is, in my little cave over here, if we go over to my cave, I still need to build a castle. That's going to be coming eventually. But in my cave, we now have, right down here, an AFK fish farm. So we've been using this thing, not like a ton, but enough to get at least a decent bow. So now I have a decent bow, which is great for killing gas. We've also used it for a couple of books. I haven't got like a ton of nice books, but I've gotten a few. And so, yeah, that's something that we did. I've also just spent a lot of time helping out other TazzCrafters. We've had quite a few new people that have joined the server. And in fact, some of them are on today. So we've got the Hatter. He's kind of new. He's now playing on the server. Crazy Zane is another one that's pretty new to the server. I think he actually did play on the server before, but he's now come back for season 3. And then I'm not sure if it's pronounced Ogian Gabriel, but he said he could just go by Gabriel or Gabe. But he is brand new on the server as of today. So yeah, we've got some new people that have joined up on the server, which is always great. I think we're getting upwards of like 20 people whitelisted on here now. So that's always good things. Another thing that we've worked on, I'm going to go to the Nether. We've worked on trying to build our Nether network. Because, we're pretty far apart from each other. This season, that was kind of the goal, was to get us all to be not so close together, that we're a little bit more spread out. And we definitely have taken that to heart this season, because there are a bunch of us that are really far away from each other. But we've done some work on trying to link up each other in the Nether. And so, yeah, so this is the path that obviously goes over to my XP grinder. But there is now a portal that's a little ways over there. You can't quite see it from here. There's a portal that actually goes to the end portal. Because we actually, Zix, and Tian actually went to the end and killed the Ender Dragon. So the Ender Dragon is now been killed. And I apologize that I didn't record that. It was kind of a last minute thing where we're like, well, we want to just do it tonight and get it over with. And so, yeah, I didn't end up recording that, so I apologize. But the Ender Dragon is dead, and that allows us to be able to start going and raiding some of the end cities, which will be good because we're all just dying for some Elytras. So here's the thing. Here's the thing that was proposed to me that I'm gonna tell you all. So TNTeon approached me and said, "Hey, we want to collaborate with you, me, and Zix to build an end shop." And so what we need is that Tian has agreed that he's going to do the end busting as far as Elytras and Shulkers and all that stuff. And then Zix is going to build the shop. So we'll actually go over to the shopping district and we can show that off because he's actually finished it. He's already got the shop built. We haven't even stocked it yet. And then I'm responsible for making the farms that are going to supply the fireworks. So I'm going to be making the sugarcane farm and the gunpowder farms. And so I got to work on gathering materials to build those farms because they are actually going to be pretty massive. Somebody actually has a portal way over there. I'm trying to think who it was. Maybe it was the Hatter. Maybe, no, it wasn't the Hatter. The Hatter was that direction, I think. You know what? I can't remember. Somebody's got bases over there. But if we come up here, this is where the portal to spawn. Also, Sabrina is up here, and Vian's base is up here. So there's a few people that are just right over here by the spawn portal. But anyways, so I have gone into my creative world, and I have put together what I think is going to be a really cool gunpowder farm, but it's going to be a pretty massive project. It's going to be pretty big. It's kind of one of those things where I could have just done it small, but I figured, if I'm going to go through the effort, I'm going to kind of go big or go home. So anyway, this is Sabrina's portal, and then Vian's portal is around the bend over there, and then this portal is the one that goes to spawn, as it says on the signs. So we're going to go through here. We're going to take a look. I actually haven't seen this shop yet, so this will be the first time I'm looking at it, and oh my goodness. It looks awesome. I love it. Nice job, Zix. So it's kind of like the Ender Dragon, right? It's the Ender Dragon's head. So the idea is that you would just come in the shop here, and then we will have some chests here that will have the spoils of the end. So we gotta stock this thing. We probably should put some signs that say "End shop to be stocked soon" or something along those lines. But no, I think this looks great. I think he's done a great job with this. So yes, we have a portal to the shopping district now. I think Vian is looking for people to help him with the Dimeplex over here. I saw some signs. He wants to build the Dimeplex that he had last season. He's looking for people to help him with that. So I guess if you're interested, then you can drop a piece of paper in here with your name on it. And then I'm not really sure what this is. What does this say? This says area claimed for Sabrina's enchant shop. Okay, well that's cool. I like that. It's staking their claim already. And I think that's pretty much it. I don't think anybody else has really been to the shopping district just yet. So, I mean, it is pretty early on. I mean, we're only at we're only at episode 2. So, we're still pretty fresh into the season. We haven't even gotten to a week yet on the server. It'll be a week tomorrow. So, we're getting there. But yes, let's go into my single player world, and I'm going to show you guys what I've been working on for the Gunpowder farm, and you guys can see just how massive this thing is. Alright, so here it is. Here is the design for the Gunpowder farm. And so this is a creeper farm. This is one that I saw on a Mumbo Jumbo video. I think the design was originally by Nembomb. You guys can YouTube search that, I suppose. So this isn't necessarily a new design. This is one that's been around for a while. The only difference is that I did not choose to use the iron trap doors for the level that the creepers stand on, because in his design that's what he used. I switched it out with just regular wooden trap doors, and it seems to work just fine. I haven't had any issues testing it this way. So anyways, it's a pretty simple design. It's going to take a lot of wood. It's going to take a lot of cobblestone. I do think I'm going to switch this out for smooth stone, because I think smooth stone looks way better. So let me explain what exactly it is I've done here. So I built this first one just to test and make sure that it was all going to work okay. This is 9 levels, and I think on mine I'm going to make it 10 levels, so there will be one extra level here at the bottom. So I built this whole thing, and then I built this catch basin thing here at the bottom. I built this collection system down here that then feeds a water elevator, which takes it all the way up to where I have my AFK area above this thing. But then I thought, you know what, if I'm going to go through the effort of making this farm, like an AFK farm, I'm going to go big. I'm going to go really big. So I decided to change my mindset on it a little bit. And I decided, what if I built it so that there were actually 4 individual chambers? So if you can imagine, there would be another one right here where I'm floating, but there would be 4 of them. And so I was like, okay, well, if there's 4 of them, then how big would the platform, not only above, to block out the sunlight, but how big would the platform have to be below? So then I built this platform right above where those things are, and this is how big the platform would have to be. So it's pretty massive. I figured out how to get the water to do what I wanted, to get it to come right to this 3x3 area here in the middle. So then I would just have to do the whole minecart thing just like I do down there. Have to have the little minecart system that brings it into the water elevator. So it's the exact same idea. But yeah, I mean, this would be pretty massive. That would take a lot of resources. So this is going to take a long time to build. And then, of course, this is my AFK platform. So I would just stay here the whole time, just chilling, and then this thing would slowly fill up with gunpowder. So I went AFK for about 8 hours, and that was just with the 9 levels that you see here with the one chamber. So one chamber with 9 levels, and I went AFK for about, like I said, about 8 hours, and I got over a double chest worth. So I think if I had 10 levels for one chamber, then I would have obviously gotten a little bit more. Maybe I would have gotten like 1 1/4 chest or something like that. But then if I have 4 chambers, I mean, that means that in an 8 hour period, I'd have like 4 or 5 double chests worth. So I think that's going to be pretty good, especially where we're going to need lots of rockets. I'm sure we're going to be just using rockets like crazy this season. So this is the thing I have to build. And I think it's going to be a really cool project, but obviously it's going to take a lot of resources. So what I need to do right now is I need to go onto the TazzCraft server, and I need to gather all the resources that I'm going to need to build this thing. So let me go gather resources. Oh, and the other thing too, and this is the thing for the TazzCrafters on the server. So I actually took the seed number for this world, and I actually recreated the seed on a single player world because I want to know exactly where I'm putting this thing because I want to make sure it's going to work. So this is actually where it's going to be on the server. And it's not too far away from my base. It shouldn't be too hard to get to. So my base, I think, is over this way. If I had an Elytra, I could probably fly there a whole lot faster. Yeah, I think it's this way. So my base is just on the mountains over in this direction. And I really wanted to build this over water because I think that, that helps reduce the amount of mobs that spawn. So yeah, we're just going to build this way up in the sky, pretty much right up at the build limits. And then that'll allow us to be able, I think, get the maximum amount of drops and everything from this. So anyway, let's go back to the server and let's gather the materials that we're going to need for this thing. Okay, so it's been a couple of days since I've actually last recorded, so I apologize about that. There's a few things that have happened on the server since then. One, my portal that used to be up there, I logged on the other day and it was destroyed. I guess Crazy Pig Carrots and Donnie Chews, they have a village that's being built. And the portal for that one is kind of over by spawn, like way over there. But for some reason, their portal was linking up with my portal in the overworld. And so they came over and they destroyed it, but they didn't leave a sign or anything. So we didn't know who had done it, and I had to get TNTeon to help me. And we figured out who did it, and then we figured out why they did it, which is kind of what I suspected was the reason anyway. But yeah, so I relocated my portal to be in the right spot because the portal was really just where it appeared when I created my overworld portal. Which, it doesn't always put it in the exact right spot, so I went ahead and put the portal where it's really supposed to be, so there shouldn't be any issues with that portal messing up anyone else's portal now. It should all be linked up correctly. Oh, look, somebody put stairs here. How nice. But we had a project on the server that was supposed to be a community project, and I guess it ended up being finished already. I guess Zix and some of the European crowd, the Brit crowd, were on earlier, and they managed to do this project. But we needed to terraform the shopping district because it's really kind of hilly and which would make it hard for building a lot of shops. So the idea was to flatten it, and this is what it looks like. I hadn't seen it yet, so I wanted to see what it looked like. So yeah, this is good. This is very flattened. We do have some areas that we've left the water features, which I think is nice. There's ravines over in that direction. I'm not sure if those got covered or not. But yeah, this definitely is a lot flatter than it used to be. So somebody must have brought a whole bunch of dirt to infill. As you can tell, there's still a bunch of dirt areas that haven't grown with grass yet. And it looks like some people are kind of already staking their claim with where they want their shops to be, including, which looks like Zix over here. Hey, Zix. What's up, man? He's looking at the sky? No, he's looking at the ground. He's like, whoa, hey. Anyways, he must be claiming this area for his shop. And yeah, so I need to get the gunpowder farm built, though. That's what I need to do this episode. I think I pretty much have everything. I went, and I'll have to show you guys. I did build something in between my last video and this one. I built a tunnel in the Nether that will take you to the desert, because there's a great big desert biome, but it's kind of a ways away, and so I built kind of an ice track to get there. Here's the doors back. Interesting. I think apparently somebody had been stealing everyone's front doors. I didn't even check to see if my front door was there. The dirt was me, everything else was not me. Okay, so it looks like people have started building shops. A shop out of melons? It's a melon shop made out of melons. How original. And then the cake shop. Yes, I can tell. That looks like a cake. Please ignore while flattening. So 1 diamond for 9 cakes or 5 iron for 9 cakes. Okay, so I like that. They've got you multiple choices there. Very nice. And then I don't know what this one is for. What is this one? Oh, Elytras are, wow, 40 diamonds. Woo, man, we were only 20 diamonds on season 2. And then Shulker Boxes, 5 diamonds for a Shulker Box? Wow, I was selling 3 Shulker Boxes for, I think, 1 diamond on season 2. We're definitely going to make our prices a lot cheaper in our store, because I think that's really expensive. So yeah, let's go take a look at what I built in the Nether, and that way you guys can see what it looks like. Oh, and while I'm walking over to this area, one thing I also want to mention is we have a lot of new people that are on the server too. A lot of people that have joined recently. We have actually closed applications because we have so many people on the server now that the server is starting to struggle. So we need to close applications for now. I think we've got, I don't even know how many people are whitelisted at this point. I think it's got to be at least 20 or 30 people that are whitelisted. Granted, there's not that many people on at one time, but so like, I don't know if I had mentioned anything about Ogie and Gabriel. And then we also have, of course, TazzCraft plays. He's one of the newer guys as well. And then this Owlhawk, he's brand new. I think he's the newest one. I think he's actually the last one that we're going to allow on the server. I don't know what's up with this. Is this like parkour or something? But yeah, we have a lot of new people. Crazy Pig Carrots, he's got some friends that joined the server. Where did that come from? I don't know. So he's got some friends that joined the server. So lots of people on the server now. So this is it right here. The Desert Expressway was built by me, and it's bring your own boat. So somebody left a boat here, so we're going to use this boat, and we're going to show you guys what this is like to get to the desert. It's actually is pretty quick, given the ice. So it only takes like a minute or 2 to get to the end, but you can see if you had to walk this, it would take a long time to get to the desert. It's pretty much like right almost at the edge. I can't drive the boat. Go that way. Go that way. Go that way. Okay. Normally I'm better at driving the boat. But it would take a long time to walk this without the boat and the ice. So yeah, that's how long it takes, which isn't bad. I mean, it definitely helps to have that path. But I did go to the desert. I did get a bunch of sand. So we should now have everything that we need to build the gunpowder farm. And I think TNTeon said that he's going to help me with it, because he and Zix, since this gunpowder farm is meant for the shop, then I told him they can have free access to it. So because of that, I think he's going to help me out with building it. So anyways, let's get started on that. All right, guys, so it's been a couple more days since I recorded last. I apologize. I feel often like I have ADD or something, like I'm constantly jumping around doing different things. We had some issues on the server recently where There was a wither that got set loose because of Crazy Pig Carrots and his friends in the nether, and so I was dealing with that last night, and I ended up wiping out all the entities in the game, so that was fun. TNTeon's helped roll things back and try to get things fixed, but anyway, it's been a little bit chaotic on the server lately. I did want to give an update here. I did start the sugarcane farm. I don't really have replay or anything on my computer yet. I promise I'll get that at some point, but that way I could do time lapses and things, but I did build a sugarcane farm. I'm going to build this sugarcane farm. I'm going to build another sugarcane farm on the side of this mountain here, and that way they both feed into the chest system that is down here. The sugarcane farm actually is not doing too bad. I went AFK overnight one night and got half a chest worth, so that's not too bad. So once I get this one over here set up, that'll give me about a full double chest worth when I go AFK. So, and it's getting nighttime, and I probably should go sleep. But this is the hole that I am digging for the gunpowder farm, and so I need to dig that down quite a ways, and so that's going to take a while, and I'm not going to bore you guys with digging that down. So let's just go ahead and dig it down and get to that point. Okay, so I decided to make a little bit of a change here. Instead of having just a square hole, I opted for a little bit more of a diamond-shaped hole, because honestly, this is the only area that needs to be excavated. It's just enough for the platforms, and then for them to fall off the edge down into the water thing all the way at the bottom. And so, yeah, obviously I had to fill back in the corners, because I thought, it's just less I have to dig out, so it won't take as long. Yeah, it's kind of ugly, but honestly, this is all going to get covered up anyway. No one's going to see it, so I don't really care. So I'm going to keep excavating down and get down as far as I need to go so that I can get the 10 levels in here. I really do need to get a beacon or something at some point. That would definitely make this go so much faster. I missed my beacon from Season 2. I'll have to get one at some point. Alright, so we have made it down to the bottom of our hole. It's not the deepest hole in the world, but it's definitely not the shallowest hole in the world either. But we got it to the bottom here. This is where the magma blocks are going to be, and then I've got this cart down below. So we need to set up the cart to pick stuff up, and then I need to put the dropper under here, and then we're going to set up the water elevator system off in that direction. That's going to take it up to where it's all going to be collected. So we're going to keep working on getting the dropper system and the water elevator put in. Alright, so we've gone ahead and set up the minecart system down there at the bottom with the water elevator. And the water elevator comes to right here. So now we've got these 4 chests. This will be for gunpowder. And then, of course, these 4 chests are going to be for the sugarcane. So now all we got to do is we got to go down here to the bottom. And we need to start setting up every layer. So there's going to be 10 layers. And I've got my Elytra on now so I can float down here to the bottom. Oh, Elytras are so lovely. Oh, can't wait till we get the rockets. But I'm going to go ahead and cover this hole up and break these glass. Actually, let's do that real quick. Let's break these glass, or not glass. Let's break the ice and see what this water comes to in the middle. Alright, so we got the hole covered up. Let's go ahead and start breaking some ice here. See what this looks like. Alright, so we've broken all the ice, and I think that looks good. I think that looks like it's going to get them in the center. They're going to burn to death, so that's exactly what we want. So now all we got to do is start building up the levels. Okay, so we go ahead and got the first level done. I went ahead and put in all the observers and dispensers all the way up, because that's going to make it a little bit easier for me, because you have to put them from like looking up at them. So I think that's just going to make it easier. So I just need to put in the rest of the levels, and then we got to put the little redstone clock at the top, and then this thing should be done. So let's go ahead and put in the rest of the levels. Alright, so we got all the levels in. Now we're back up to the top. So if I look down here, you can see there's all 10 levels there. We just need to finish filling in this top, and then we got to put the redstone clock right here, and then put a lid on top of this thing, and then it should be all done. Here's the redstone clock. It's all done and put together, and it seems to be working just fine. So now we've just got to put a lid on this thing, and it'll be done. And then we'll just go AFK for a while and see how many drops we get, because it should be working as of right now. There we go. It's all done. All right, so we've got the roof put on it now, or the lid, or whatever. And I decided to kind of keep the pattern of the platforms. I don't know why. I just thought it would kind of be cool. It's just something aesthetic, I guess. I guess let me guys know if you think that looks okay. I realize I used the bird poop block in the middle, but it's not like I've got concrete or anything. I could always change that out later. But as far as the pattern goes, I thought it was kind of cool. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go AFK for a while. We're going to see if this thing produces any gunpowder. I mean, I would hope so, now that I've done all this. I mean, I've gotten a little bit already, so I know it's working. So, yeah, we're going to go AFK up in my little hut. It should be close enough to where it still spawns things, and we're going to see how much gunpowder we get. Alright, so we've been AFK for a couple hours now, about 2 hours, so we're going to see how much gunpowder we got. Okay, so we got almost 4 stacks in just 2 hours. That's not bad. I mean, I don't expect this farm to be like super high efficiency or anything, considering that one, it's right here at ground level. It's not like way up in the sky, you know, away from spawns. I'm sure there are a bunch of caves around here, you know, that are taking up the mob cap as well. So until I go through and I light up caves all around the area and things like over there where you can see it's dark and you know I light stuff like that up, I mean it's not going to be the most super efficient farm in the world. But the fact that I got almost 4, probably 3.5 stacks, you know, because there was some already in here before I started, you know, in just 2 hours, I don't think that's too bad. So pretty happy with that. So yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. I appreciate you hanging out with me during this video. I apologize that it's a little bit long, but you know it was a good video, and it took me a while to put together, just because, like I said, you know I've been running around doing different admin things, and so anyways, thanks so much, guys, for watching. If you have any comments, please leave them below. Anything that you would like to see me do or build, or anything that you want to see happen on the server this season. And if you like the video, make sure to, what the heck? If you like the video, make sure to hit the like button. And if you really like it, then make sure to subscribe. And thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next episode of TazzCraft.